Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing the what's in my makeup bag video. I was going to do this video differently with me, in front of the camera holding up everything, but because I'm actually not very well at the moment, and I don't really want to appear on camera, I'm doing it this way. So this is my makeup bag. It is meant to be a toiletries bag from Primark, but the makeup bag that came with it was just too small for me to use every day. You can see the size of it if I put my hand against it. It's like two hand sizes. And the zip, it has a zip, and the zip just has a little lipstick on the top. So this is what I use for every day. So if I start with, I'm going to just tip everything out. There we go. Right, so if I start with my foundation and concealer. So my foundation I use is the Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation, not the serum. I use the actual foundation, and I'm in the colour 53, which is called Light Beige. I really like this foundation. It gives good coverage. It smells amazing. It's really fruity. But yeah, I really like this one. Put everything back in the bag when I'm done. And then my concealer that I'm using at the moment as well is the Bourjois Healthy Mix concealer, again in the same colour, in 53, yeah, 53. I really like this concealer. Again, it smells really nice. It really does work, and it does help clear up spots and things like that. I always use a spot treatment first anyway, and then put this over the top, but it does dry them out and it actually works really well. Then sticking with face, I have, sticking with face, if I have my blush and my bronzer. So my blush is one of the Tarte Amazonian Clay 24-hour blushes, but this is one of the mini sets that I actually got when I was when I went to New York for my 21st. So it just looks like this. As you can see, it's well used, and this one is in the colour Fantastic. It's a really nice pink. That's the colour it is. It is quite pale, but because I'm actually quite pale anyway, it works really well on my skin tone. So I really, really like that blush. And then for my bronzer, this is a new purchase, but I've heard it raved and raved about everywhere. So this is the M.A.C Smooth Skin Bronzer, and this is in Sunny, it says it there. So it's just a sunny bronzer, and this is what it looks like. So it comes with a little spongy thing that I'm probably never going to use, and then it just looks like that. So that's, no, it won't close. That's that. Face powder. I have my M.A.C Mineralise Skin Finish Natural in medium. I actually went down to the store to get colour matched for this because I wanted one and I didn't know what colour I was. But obviously, if I'm putting it on over the top of bronzer and things like that, I'm not going to be the light one because the light one is very, very pale. No, it won't open. There we go. I keep the plastic thing in it just because I can. So this is what this looks like. It's just a normal face powder. Looks like that. It is medium, but it's still quite pale, even though it is a medium. As I said, I thought when I bought it I was going to be light, but the light one is very pale. But I really like this. I use it every single time I put my makeup on. I just really like it. And then my other M.A.C product is my highlighter, which is, again, a M.A.C Mineralise Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. This camera doesn't focus because I'm using my phone. Oh, dropping stuff everywhere. But everyone knows what Soft and Gentle looks like. you know, it's a nice highlighter. It's really sparkly and glittery. Looks like this. I really like it. And when I went down to buy this, because the only place I've found in where I live that sells M.A.C products is my local Debenhams. And these, I think the right price of these is £21.50. But they were doing a 10% off on the day that I went down, so I would have got it for £19.25. Or something like that. Or say like £19 or something. And then I've got a Debenhams Beauty Club card, which I had £15 on, so I used it for this, and I got this for £4. So, you know, a bit of a bargain, really. Now, moving on to eyes. For my eye, I have an under eye concealer that I use, which is the Clinique Instant Light Blush on Perfector. So this is the Clinique version of the Touche Eclat from YSL. I need to work out what end it opens. It opens that end. So again, it just looks like that. Just like a brush, and you twist up the bottom and it comes out. So I just use that for my under eyes. Eye base, I use, where did I put it? There it is. I use one of the Maybelline colour tattoos, and I'd not seen this one around, and I've not really heard this talked about. But this is the colour tattoo in pink gold, which I really like. It works really well as a bit of a, like, slightly different colour base for neutral eyeshadows. I do sometimes use on and on bronze, but I think this one makes the colours look a lot better. So I use that. Brushes. Get my brushes out of the way. I'll go through brushes last. Okay, so then for liquid eyeliner, I normally choose between two, and I can't actually find my other one at the moment. The other one I use is the Collection 2000 Fast Stroke Liquid Liner, which is like a pen, like a liquid where you have like a brush. Whereas I really like this one as well. This is the M.A.C High Definition Liquid Liner. And this is, you can tell by the end what colour it is. This is black. I also have two blue ones, like a teal colour and a dark blue and a purple. And this, I don't know if I'm going to be able to open it. No, I'm not. It's basically a felt tip pen liner, which, hang on, I'll see if I can open this. Oh, dropping things everywhere. Oh, there we go. It looks like this. If I show you up against the white of the cushion, it just looks like that. Drawing a line on my hand. It's not bad. It's one of those ones where you kind of have to use it more on the side rather than like on the actual point. But I like felt tip liners because they're a lot easier to use. They're really easy to use. So yeah, and it doesn't smudge at all. So it stays in place for a long time. Pencil eyeliners, I kind of vary between a few, but my favourite one is from M.A.C, and it is the Kohl pencil in Smolder, which I've used quite a lot of. I actually didn't buy this for myself. I actually bought some M.A.C eyeshadows online, and this came free with it. So, you know, it's always good to get free products. Also for eyes, my eyeshadows, my most used is the Naked palette. I love this palette. It's an amazing palette. I like the fact as well that it only has, I think, one matte shade, which is this one here, Naked. It's the only matte shade out of the whole palette. The rest of them are all sparkly. But if I hold this up and go along, you can see which colours are my most used. I tend not to use the darker colours too much. I generally use Virgin, which is the first one, as my base. Then I use Sidecar over the top of that, Half Baked, for the outer bit, and then I also use Hustle, which is this one here, the third one in from the right hand side, so this one here in my crease, and they all work really well together. I really like the combination that they come out with. If I just show you what a couple of them look like, so this is Sidecar, Half Baked and Hustle. So Sidecar, Half Baked and Hustle. They're really pigmented eyeshadows. So if I just show you, all I did with my fingers was did one swatch on my hand. So the bottom one is Sidecar, the middle one is Half Baked, and the top one is Hustle. Half Baked is definitely my favourite. That's just one swatch. You know, I really like this palette. I do like the Naked 2, and I do own the Naked 2, but I think this one has more colours that I would use in it. And then for lips, these are my all-time favourite lip products. These are the Revlon lip butters. And this one is in 001 Pink Truffle, which I'll see if I can, it looks like this. It's just like, it reminds me of one of those Your Lips But Better shades, but a tiny bit darker. I really like it, and another factor that I like about these is that you can actually see the colour in the top. So if you wanted to stack them up, you can see the colour through the top. I mean, I lay them down anyway, but I literally own all of the UK ones of these, and I'm looking into getting the US ones as well, because they have more colours than we do. So I'm looking into getting those as well, which should be good. So that is basically all I will use on my lips, is these. I don't need a lip gloss over the top. Sometimes I put Vaseline underneath, but I find that I don't necessarily always need it. Okay, now on to brushes. So if I go through these the same way as I went through my my actual products. For my liquid foundation, I use my Real Techniques buffing brush, which feels really soft, and I really like this. You can see that it's used, because I haven't had a chance to clean it yet, because I only used it yesterday. I really like this brush. I like all the Real Techniques brushes that I own. I have the kit, the full face kit thing. It has like 4 of these in it. And I also have the Essential Eyes kit as well, which I really like. So I really like that. So then for concealer, I use the E.L.F. Professional Concealer Brush, which is just the white essential brushes. Just looks like that on the end. I do quite like it. Sometimes I'll just put my concealer on with my fingers, but this blends it a lot more. Especially with my under eye concealer. Just to blend it out. Bronzer brush. This is just a random brush that my mum had. That's just an angled brush on the top that is really good for putting on bronzer. It's really soft. I don't necessarily like this for putting on blush, because it's quite big, and it kind of is one of those that fits on the whole of my face. But it's also quite a nice contour brush as well, if I ever wanted to go a bit darker with my my bronzer. It fits into the crease on my face. This is my blush brush, which is again an E.L.F. Professional Blush Brush. You can see it's slightly smaller. It doesn't feel as nice. I much prefer the E.L.F. Studio brushes to these ones, which I'll show you in a minute. I've got a couple of. But this is the one I use for blush, so I really like that one. For powder, I use my E.L.F. Studio Stipple brush. The Studio ones have the black handles. Again, this feels really soft. It works. Apparently, these work well with cream products as well. But I mean, I only use it for my my M.A.C natural to put on my face, because you can get quite a lot of coverage on your face with one of these. So I have this one. I also have the smaller one, which I haven't used yet. But I really like these brushes. Then these 4 are just eye brushes. So this one I use for the inner corner of my eye, just to put white on there to make my eyes look bigger. And this is just it just says on it literally Bourjois. I don't know what kind of brush it is, but it's really small, and I've never seen anything like this before. I know E.L.F. does their eyeshadow brush that looks like this, but it's not that small. It's like it's slightly like bigger this way. But I really like this. I use it. That's all I use it for, is the inner corner. Then I have this random brush. Again, I don't know where these are from, which I just used to put my eyeshadow on. So I use this for like all over my eye, like for my base, and like blending up towards my eyebrow and that kind of thing is what I use that one for. Then I have a Real Techniques brush, which was a separate one. It didn't come in the set. And this is the shading brush. So what I use this for is to put my the colour into my outer corner and crease, just to literally like take it out of the pan and put it like on the actual crease and place it where I want it. And then I use my M.A.C 217, which I got in America. It's the only M.A.C brush that I own. I love it. It feels amazing. I use this then to blend out the colour in my crease that I put on with the Real Techniques brush. So these two I generally tend to use together. I put the eyeshadow on with this one and blend it out with this. And basically that's what's in my makeup bag. I will do another one soon with me actually in it, because I think it would make it a lot better. I haven't done any recently with me in it. But hopefully I'll feel better soon, and when I do, I'll be putting more videos up with my face actually in them. But anyway guys, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye bye.